Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Gentleman T himself, and welcome to Everyday FXT. And welcome, guys, to a new week. We're looking to have a profitable week. I'm so excited. Our last week we had a very profitable one. Let's keep up the same energy this week and kill the markets, guys. That's the whole point, to make sure that we kill the market. Yeah, and yeah, go like, comment, share, subscribe. Do the things to be done. Turn on that notification bell if you are a new subscriber. It's a new week, so I'll dive straight into everything and right just about. Are you done subscribing? So yeah, let's dive into it. So it's a new week. Our first pair of the day will be USDJPY as the usual one. So as we can see on USDJPY, we have been bullish biased, right? Which is a great thing. If you look at it, we have a lower low, a higher low here, and then we have a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and then we have a higher high, a higher low here, and then we have a new higher high. So this does tell us that we are bullish biased at this period. So the market managed to break the previous highest high and then created a new highest high. So we are still on a bullish bias. So in that case, let me not waste time and start putting my lines. So this is what we have. So this is what we have, right? I'm only putting this up out there because why not? This is what we have, and then let me go down to our normal time frame, which is 1H time frame. So now 1 hour time frame, what we can see, guys, we don't want to focus more on the no. Before I let me put everything into detail. So for those of you who are new, so this is what happened. So each and every time the market pushes up, we look for a correction to continue with the buying the pair. So if you can look at this, you can see that the market did enter a correction of some sort. I can draw this in a multiple ways. It will still turn out exactly as it is, exactly as it should be, a correction, right? So, okay, just for the sake of, right? I don't think this is really, okay. Let me remove this one then. No, this is to go. So, what we can see, guys, let me put this back, because what we can see now, we're seeing a very impulsive move to the upside. And like I said, we are bullish biased on this pair, impulsive move, and then we entered this correction. So in this correction, you can tell that it is a continuation correction after seeing the impulsive pushes to the upside. And then we are now in a push and pull type of vibes here in this correction. And now what you can see is that just down here, the market entered this correction, created lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. And then what's nice about it is that to show us the continuation, it managed to break all the previous lower highs and then created a new higher high, right? Which is a great thing, which is something we really wanted to see. So the next thing I'm going to highlight is this one here. Because right now we're in a bullish movement, we're going up, so we can't be using the same old strategy as the normal way, right? So this is what we have, right? So if I can stretch this, just stretch this, just stretch it. I don't want to stretch it because it will confuse us, right? It will confuse us. So let me just no. Okay, or let me just put this here. Let's put this here. Huh? Okay, it's an either or type of situation. It is an either or type of situation. But what we know is if we know our direction, then nothing will get in our way of killing the markets this week. So now what we have a lower high, which was a previous lower low. It's a lower high, it's a higher high. A lower high, a higher high, right? And then we have a new high, a lower high, and then we have a horrible higher high, which is now a lower high, and then we have a new low. So what we can see in a bigger time frame, we see that the market is still on this movement. So our next move is up, is going up, right? Our next move is going up, and then yeah, in that manner. So let me go down to a 1 hour time frame and then show you guys in detail what will happen next. So what happens now is that the market is moving in a nice way. It's creating higher highs, lower highs. So what we are looking to see now is the market pushing all the way up, breaking this lower high here, right? So let me mark my areas. So first thing first, we can realize all the time the market gets to this area, there is some sort of rejection, right? We can see that and we are clear with it. So as long as we are still above this key area here, we are going to the upside, which is a great thing. So what we can see, we're seeing a strong push to the downside and then a correction and then a continuation, which is nice. And then here, the market decided, okay, this is my turning point, and now it's shooting all the way to the upside. So what I'd love to see the market giving us for this week, right? For this week, what I'd love to see, okay, what I'd love to see, because I have to highlight this area simply because the market has been playing around this area. So we saw the market pushing down, coming back to this area, and it tried to go up. It failed. It rejected a couple of times. So what I would like to see is the market. Okay, let me take this. I'd like to see the market coming down here, giving us some sort of a one to a double bottom before it can actually continue all the way to the upside. Right? This is what I'd love to see being done by this pair. Right? Or market might just not come to this area. It might just come here and reject all the way back into this area, right? Which will be even greater to see that rejections to the up to the downside possibilities are we are not going down, right? So we are still bullish biased on this pair. So what I'd like to see is a shot to the downside and a long to the upside, a long to the upside. So let me move on to my next pair of the day. Next pair of the day, that's GBPUSD. So on GBPUSD, guys, so on GBPUSD, I clock. I mean, why not, right? So let me just highlight this. Exactly my point. All right, so we've gone to 4H. Amazing. So what we are seeing, overall movement is bearish now on this GBPUSD pair. We saw everything, know that we are bearish. So this is what's happening. This is where we at now, right? This is where we at. We've been pushing all the way to the downside, but let me adjust this trend line. Perfect. There's this touch here. I was looking for this touch. So what we are seeing now, we're seeing the market forming lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then we're looking to get new lower lows, and then we'll see how the market reacts from here. But that's not what we focused on. Let me go down to a 1 hour time frame and show you guys what we are on about. So right now, the market played out exactly how we wanted it to play. It gave us exactly what we wanted to see. Okay, I had this. Okay. Ah, ah, okay, perfect. So we had this correction right here. Which is nice because the market is giving us a continuation movement to the downside. So let me mark my next area. No, that's my second area, but my first area will be right here. What's this now? My second area will be exactly this one, right? Will be exactly this one. Let me just say 3 areas, because if I skip this one, okay, yeah, right, perfect. First area, second area, and then our last area, right? Down, 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 down there. So this is what we have now. This is what we have. So we have the market coming back to test the broken correction. So this tells us the market is ready to continue all the way to the downside, huh? Which I'm very excited about. Because what we are seeing, we're seeing the market breaking down and then it went back all the way up, and now it's giving us a nice bearish engulfing bar right here. This is a very nice bearish engulfing bar, which tells us we are continuing to move all the way to the upside. So with this one here, because I know the market can be very manipulative on Mondays, that's why I don't trade on Mondays. So this is my line of glory. So this line, guys, is what we'll use. So what we can say is that the market shot all the way downside and then gave us a correction, right? Even though I know that this correction is so silly, but let me remove this. All I can say is for a nice entry, the market will just push all the way back up just one more time, or maybe all the way here, and then continue the movement all the way to the downside. So in this case here, you can just wait for the market to just break this area, come back to test it exactly right there, and then you can catch the movement to the downside, maybe all the way down there, right? So let me go down to a 15-minute area because I want to show you guys something. This is why I think the market will get to this area. Let's take our Fibonacci. So from here all the way here, so you guys can see why I've marked exactly this area. So I just even know where my line of Fib is. I'll just highlight this area here. The market could just give us a pullback to this area, to that area, which would be great to see, right? And then it continues all the way to the downside, right? Yeah, this is what we like to see. So this is it for GBPUSD. A pair I'm very excited about. This I'm very excited about. I hope the train doesn't leave me. So let's move to our last and final pair, which is USDCAD. So guys, on USDCAD, I won't waste much time. So first, let me highlight our next area. Exactly right there, because we did manage to break and violate this one. So don't count this one anymore. Right? And the next thing I'd like to highlight on this pair is this. Boom. Because we don't expect the market to just shoot all the way to the upside just like that. Might give us some sort of, hey, I'm changing direction, but deep down it knows very well that it is continuing all the way to the upside. It does know that it is continuing all the way to the upside. So this is what we have. Let's go out to a 1 hour time frame. Let's not waste time. So you can see that we have a trend line, and then we have a trend line within a trend line. Super amazing. This is what I love to see. So when I see this, I feel happy, very happy inside. So same thing on this pair. What we can see that the pair is respecting the key areas. So let me first highlight this key area right here. So what we can see is we see this push to the upside, and when the market entered the correction as a continuation to continue all the way to the upside. So now we take this from here. You just want to see how far the market went up, right? And then take the very same thing and then measure it from here. Okay. The market hasn't reached the potential of its movement, which is exactly right there, right? I'd like to see the market getting all the way here before it can actually come down as a pullback, maybe to this trend line or shoot all the way to the downside. But that's as highly as possible before the market can get to this area for it to shoot all the way to the downside. So this is where we at now. This is where we at now. This is where we at now. So I don't know if you realize that on a 4 hour time frame, exactly. So you can see that we have a push, a pullback, we have a push, we have a pullback, and then we have a push. Now the pullback has been done. So let's mark our next key area, which is this one. And then let's go now to a 1 hour time frame. Right? Okay, right. Because if I had to mark it on a 1 hour time frame, this would have been a problem. So this is a fake breakout, guys. This is a fake breakout, right? So now the market pushed, came back to retest, fake breakout, came back into the structure, and then pushed, came back to retest. We can see a rejection to say we did retest. So the market now is above this key area and it is ready to continue the movement all the way to the upside. So at this point, the market could be retesting this area, which will be ideal to see. But at the same time, I enjoy using my Fibonacci at this point just to see what it has in store for me, right? Let's take our Fib, let's put it right there and see how far the market can go down. So the market can come all the way to this area here. Chances are high to see that happen. You see, chances are very high to see that happen, especially with this week here. The market can come back to this area until it can reject all the way to the upside. And then we have this key area here. The market can reject and close with a full body above there. So let's wait for the market. The market can just turn back from here. and then it's ready to go up. So that's it for today's video, guys. It's your boy Mr. Gentleman T himself, and I'm signing off.